announced about a week ago. And now you bisa the duration. You remember one commo Didier, and if you want ye, say Asante Kotoko body, or moving a 5-year term. Now, okay, previously, near 3 years, 3 years. Nemum this board ever caught for 5 years. And then I may be says a basse board no caught for 5 years. And yet, now be someone say positive, sir, a woman no a day. Sir Bassa near me koya, and you're not 5 years there. A wapa on between your boy Juma, a bonny ye. Men can't say, Nemum young fan says a be young koya. 5 years never ding, say a vessel. Ama another board cross samba. Into me bisa say, you much say Asante Kotoko board we stay for 5 years, over 5 years. Nipa me and so mudi atujan a kuku dan. We are very successful in life. Oma bobra the shop and a door mono as chairman. And a pipi a paragraph 3 as a master say other appointees are until you share other members and him. 5 years no enough for them. A doors dodo. 5 years no. What do you expect from the new Kotoko board? We a 87.9 FM. The usual my yes Asante Kotoko board no. A benya a 5-year stay. A year. I want something to say, Pepe. Mammy says in few.
I was Medasi pa Asante Kotoko new board. No question say. I know a Sena mentioned the Krataba to appoint a border. It was a Omodi a Juma board, no, owns a biwum.
Yeah.
The last board, Mekai, say, Omonia the youth project, Omas and Tikotko, and science so Emra up Emerobi shoulders with Omo PS in Africa.
Yeah.
Omakotko, ne a womb be. Wait, yes, Osha. Was a message, you know. And as a statement now, a appointed one was quite silent on the
responsibilities.
Main responsibilities now, except to say, sir, they were told to take over immediately. Now, Omonche said the club because then there should be a smooth transition.
Yeah.
As I said, I am still thinking that other members will be named, and maybe at the appropriate time, the terms of reference of the board in its proper context will be made available.
Okay.
Normally, some person assess me based on there. I say with him there, yeah, the man is a and sana based on the man is a no. Why the maye?
Yes.
If there are gaps, then we fill the gaps. If I've done it, then so be it.
Congratulations.
And we need to be able to understand what really they are supposed to do. And if we have that understanding, then we can measure the board very well. We can check them, put them in check.
Yes.
If they are going astray, or more air free, or more core mandate, they are more core responsibility now. It's our job as the fourth estate of the realm to keep them in check and keep them going.
Yes.
It maybe with time we'll have a better understanding of what actually they are supposed to do for Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Whenever we sit like this, whenever there is a discussion around board na you bet me na yahu how it's going, where it's going. I think we will be in a better position to have a better understanding of board nature. But in the absence of the specifics, in general terms, answer me catch us say I people Suarez will not be jumping because of the names.
Yeah.
It is not a sign of disrespect to the people on this board.
Yes.
I have absolute respect. I have unconditional and non-negotiable respect for the men I name you on this particular board.
Fantastic.
Japan, omo juma omo yedi mo no. Menya sure say ye wo question bia e wo mo private lives are omo livi e de bi omo adwuma ene how successful omo adwuma no aye no.
Yeah.
Enti the first thing I will say is it is a board of the Benjamin. I have absolute trust that he can do your job.
Okay.
But I would have to wait. In marketing, we call some people the laggards. We call them laggards because last minute for.
Okay.
They will always wait. At the chrono, na kotobi na yede. Na Kabiru akotobi no busano. I'm trying to crowd and say we didn't a channel say yeah. Those people are there. I want to behave like a laggard in this particular situation because the last board these men were there. Yes, be almost assembly be account because new investment and it can bring them a lot of money. But Mema catch say I don't want a Kotoko where I said was a penny in such a to be candidate was a penny say only Sikano. They should work and create money for the club. They should work and create the finances. I don't expect that to happen in the next 3 years, Debbie. Okay. Kotoko Enina baby. Yes, the amount 2 years every 1 year every year. Team na shadow. One problem that Nana Ambosa faced. His communicators created the situation that Kotoko HME team self-financing. In actual fact, the man was struggling to keep the team afloat. And until your boss season, the best player, as well, Tom said by Obinesika, and the Ashe team. And in that level of management, you are not going to get what the supporters are looking for. There will be a disconnect between the management, the aspirations, how they make their money, and supporters, because supporters are doing you qualify Ecobo CAF Champions League. Now you were Mbella, who scored 21 goals in the league. You were at that time the best left back in the Ghana Premier League, Moro Ibrahim. Yeah. But Kotoko Enyas Anko from Munkobo African, simply because if Kotoko had not transferred Mbella for money, Kotoko had not transferred Asante did Imoro for money because Enyasika to prosecute the campaign. You remember how Kotoko far from her to Benin Ekobo Kadiogo? Yeah. Kadiogo for the Druja Asante Kotoko. After Kotoko show 1-0 and confirm the plane be drew na Kotoko nam from the bars and from ever. It was simply because na the tag na pass was say Kotoko self financing. CEO na anko peska. CEO na say ona say otimi e peska nti ohia sika bia fro bia but na enya de da from edema na yamponsa. Yeah. In the right sense of it, na yamponsa sika dawa or they fa play na ko Benin. Akobo game as aba. Why will he decide that or the continue to perform? He will not do that. And on the benefit of hindsight, after Kotoko were eliminated by Kadiogo at the Baba Sports Stadium, a lot that we said, you could see that fatigue, not cheating, no my bread. Sure. And Christ and Asante with team that was no my bread. How going to not affect you or more papa? Because what they are more coin on Kodu. Doing that journey and returning obviously had an impact. And Yen who said, Kotoko power, Wakoba away, Akosha Kadiogo 1-0. Kotoko were not pulling past the Tremo player anymore. And what they know, they stretch the ball, can I take the bomb? And I don't expect anybody to come and take Kotoko and in the next 1 year or 2 years, near Kotoko self-financing. And yet, sustainable financing model. No. Okay. Maybe at the next 5 years, said the Kasi at a body in Fienum and His Royal Majesty at the Bomoso or Mufano Mojuano. Then some Fienum. By the time aboard way, ever you move 5 years a year. No much back as I say, dear. Club self-financing, and this is the stream of cash flow. Say, I hear team say supporters out one. Ya chichem, you were the platinum supporters, you were the gold, you were the silver, you were the diamond, you were the bronze. Those are the platinum level are giving us 10,000 Ghana cedis every year. Your bonus are because of soon. ɛnyɛ hu
Okay.
hwɛ mpanyinfoɔ ma bɛyɛ kɔkɔkɔ sɛ woka sɛ bɛtuma nsama 10,000 Ghana cedis every year obi te sɛ Kesben obi te sɛ Despite nom
Dr. Kwamche no.
Dr. Chei nom Dr. KK Sapon nom mpanyinfoɔ ma bɔ bra bɛyɛ Asante Kotoko bi kɔ ɛne Kotoko supporters bi a they are in the silent majority. They've never been board members, they've never been management members, but they are sitting there somewhere minim Kotoko mpanyinfoɔ a ɔmo first Asante Kotoko player no timi eyi sika John draw say no the sika by 5,000 no the assembly no the ama we ade cha na foforo aba no eyi sika the ama no. Those people I am not sure that if they are supposed to contribute 10,000 Ghana cedis a year
To the club.
esuma no.
Okay.
Sankofo no, if they are contributing 10,000 Ghana cedis to Asante Kotoko every year, what do they stand to benefit? And obviously at that level, platinum level, you don't get young very people in Kugu. Tie bia ye twa quota. Ehɔ no ye peni pa be 200 bi pe.
Yes.
Ye peni pa be 300 bi pa abro so ade 500 bi pe. Omo na wo sa category dum. Ebi mo tia bruchire. They can pay that amount. Yes. But what is their benefit? Their benefit is that when it comes to decision making at the club, omo will say then that person is emboldened to keep paying that amount. Because me say nanu ya omo say ayi MPP for some churu di minim so atia. Eti churu di for fraud abe form electoral area coordinator. Am say obia fa ne card no offer the dues book ABS 3 years on dues. Opese the dues abam ne agire tum say ye kwa ko MP o kan wo ye ko presidential candidate o kan. In order not to lose that thing, they are interested in paying their dues. A boss kwada so constituency for ne kwa ko yi or primary for member of parliament na parliamentary primaries ah sani pakron o say wo a boss ye presidential primaries ah sani pakron o say wo a boss ye national executive elections ah o say wo for that matter the person will continue to pay the dues. And today na what the entice sani pakron on my 10,000 series a year no it is there ni above from ni ababa bi mo my 5,000 cedis. Momo ye gold. Ya perform ebi mo abema ye silver. Womo aye 2,000 Ghana cedis. Ebi mo ye 1,000 Ghana cedis. Omo ye bronze. Ebi mo ye floor members. Omo kwa de ne ye ni sika bia da so kakra bia benya bia no. But these are the incentives that you are going to ascribe to it. By the time obenya nipa 1,000 pe 1,000. Tima ka jo say ye pay just 200 o de fan say yi for no. Platinum for over 500. Bosum afenozo bi ama 10,000 Ghana cedis. That is 5 million Ghana cedis.
500 times 5,000.
Yeah. 500 times 10,000.
Sorry, times 10,000.
Yes, that's 5 million Ghana cedis, which is 50 billion this year. So if the platinum members alone are giving you 5 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Now see 5,000 for your gold. Yabeji bebre eti hono ye peni per 1,000 pe say ni per 1,000 so ma another 5 million Ghana cedis in a year.
Wow.
Together the gold and the platinum amount 10 million Ghana cedis at the whole. Wow. Now I confirm be 2,000 for no. Okay, 2,000 for no. Ye peni per because we have 500 we have jini per 1,000 ye peni per 2,000 and 2,000 times 2,000. I hope about 4 million Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Now they make 10 when you're 14. By the time I be see from now, an amount of about 20 million Ghana cedis every year. That's the amount being contributed by among registered members of the club.
One sponsorship.
There be
gay process in my.
Now yes, sir. Essence of who seek a dahuntino. So be this fear be no wasuma umfino.
About to baby.
Because without that money, you can still thrive. And when the team becomes very attractive, you are going to attract sponsorship. A bigger amount because what you want to tell. So this is something I expect a board to lead. Not just, oh, I got to he has got player B, I got to I could be Bobo for Cotano, ya Tonaba, and the business as usual. Everything that Kotoko has done since 1935. And Omaya Diabedu Sabri. What can we do that will give Kotoko a sustainable model of financing the club? That type of financing the club, no? ebe ko beyond abujapanyi so onye biem okọ pepe so no kra ne buofu onye biem okọ kabiru so onye biem. It will be a sustainable model. It is not abujapanyi na ekwenyi sika nti okaza ne buofu a ne nyina ya bunkotodwe chamo chama we are big chama no ye ni ho chama yesu ni ana wo ho chama yesu ni ana wo ho because chama nturibotoba. The club will live beyond people's benevolence and people's input because the structures are total. I'm uncrofor yes adian. Yes sustainable. Sani pa ye come once you use 500 was raw. You be use 1,000 or 5,000 and you be use 2,000. Kika numbers ribo monti you got 3,500. And what the for the account also 1,500 BM. If we have only 5,000 support, 5,000. Makaja said, don't
millions of supporters.
You don't need 1 million. You don't need 100,000.
Wow.
Amount based on 5,000 supporters willing to pay the amount and being classified as members are. It be a platinum, maybe you say. Give them the incentive. The responsibility on them to keep paying. You know, they will keep paying. When you are able to do that, you would have established a certain level of participation where Asante Kotoko but the question chairman in such a but the Biana chairman as you be ma now story now
board no war and it's what no be say 5 years say you no cry enough a door so dodo and isha for such an establishment.
5 years more than enough. If obia ewo ambition say or per se or this project amaka say 1 year enye enough.
Adakoja project no where so mo hwe yewu.
Of course Adakoja project no see the immediate thing say kotimi to wo no wie. The last time I spoke to the contractor no baba astrotef no see if sika nyina wo ho a ni enye resources ni nyina on between less than 6 months I execute the project. Oh, complete project now was here now. Me new be sit down and I will not sit here and claim to be one. But I know so baby on see project na do no. E do baby a omo eba be flow so. Me catch us omo flow so. The most important thing is that they will concentrate on the project down there. As so the for future idea could compare so because of the fact that now asasene no. And desire say omo na brusa no. Enti if you want to complete those projects but this registration and membership will only need the blessing and the acceptance of His Royal Majesty. Yes. If His Royal Majesty Ejitum say, this is the way to go, this is the sustainable model, this is where Kotoko starting season. Every year, be able to raise 200 billion. Player sales in my sponsorship of my. But those people ought to be given certain reverence and feel certain level of importance so that they will keep paying. To say there, and Kotoko for and this MPP card. I go to Amudu Zabra, or more parliamentary candidate. Now, I Baba Jamanya TV no je. TV akazaka say o man jam. Na ni ba ko so go to dues. I the whole year. Otua NDC dues. Dem fan say o dey fan 4 years ni nyina. We try 200 cities and 300 cities. Now the penny wakwaji TV. TV no kwai be 3,000 Ghana. Waboka. It let the Kotoko supporter feel a certain level of importance, give certain incentives, and I tell you there are people who are willing and ready to pay. Those people may, in effect, act as the owners of the club, not taking the club away from His Royal Majesty, but wapone bi dia mom. Na sanko for na busapanyi. A carbon board of directors. Woman a carbon team nation management. To say the Real Zabasona, a Chinamo manifesto reading.
Yeah.
A Chinabasa manifesto reading. They are not Monday. They are not reading that manifesto to the ordinary Barcelona fan or Tegana. How? You are the bosom members of the Kotoko. Etuamuna, Yako Kancho Musa de Baya. na saa nkɔfoɔ by now obiara tua ne dues up to date ɛda wo because wontua yɛ ntimi ntoa ba ne bi and that is how the clubs can raise sustainable financing na team no atumi agyina no so for Kotoko the truth of the matter is the desire our supporters is not dead unya bibi di akyerɛ sɛ is not dead a na no ya Kotoko ne ha se bɛbɔ na Kotoko management ɛte ne hugum normally playing body ɛnam no obiara ka bi supporters mpanyinfoɔ nam no mo frɛ nipa no we saw the numbers at the Baba has posted nobody can say it's a Kotoko supporters in desire is gone, it is not gone, but you need to stimulate it and you need to manage it and you need to ensure that supporters ever buy into the idea out there. So for this board I expect a lot, and 5 years for me enough if you want to build this particular structure. I don't expect it to be done in 1 year, I don't expect it to be done in 2 years. In your 3rd, 4th and 5th year, by the time of 5 years they should be able to implement this, get people registered and people be interested. Say what I'm able to as for them 500 so starting as incentives for all you know, so 10,000 Ghana cedis now say Indiano also per 500, but Ubanwana nipa ready to pay more than 2,000. Unim say 10,000 is here na Urabia send him as a pepe. What about a year 12 months now? Who divided 10,000? Me say a few. I was talking about 12 months, 833 cities. Now, so you need to see you need to wow. On the car 10,000 as a cacaka. Say, see, I'm a papanasi pepe. 10,000 class of from us, I depend on because 833 cities.
10,000 divided by 12.
833 cities. If I'm a Obia or Doctor consider himself for a doctor. Usiri Bakon Busu be 833 cities. Now on fanya a platinum member of Asante Kotoko. Where's Sangro for no? Sangro for no. You bet mine say a first one. There is a dinner with His Royal Majesty.
Yes.
By virtue of the fact that we are platinum member, no. We are platinum member, no. You will have the opportunity to dine with His Royal Majesty,
the great king.
Now, okay, says we be trust the opportunity as platinum member and His Royal Majesty. I didn't put him. Where is this
Kotoko, 2 million supporters, which 1,000 Ghana cedis a month.
1,000 cedis a month. I
think the board should listen to this. They should start something.
The ordinary person on the street, about 20 or 2 and the 850 aquacutia busumia because you are. But what is the incentive?
I don't know.
Ujana Sakaka. Over 1 year, 2 years on Trebi. Over 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But at the end, hey, Massa, what your Zika or the debut share. Uru visa November na. Yani open switch. Hey, no, baby has got to be a no. I said, "Baby, drew her." Honestly, by part of that gathering, and I tell you something, the number of people are minimum. Yeah, omo Euramanshia Palace every day, wishing to see the Asante keke.
Yes.
A biafa player free the chrome no buy you. Yeah, na say you make sure says kawya. Add incentives, and I tell you that people, and these are the reasons I am catching disappointed in Nipa or many opportunity I ask and take a me purpose, yes, I'm going to go to Japan. Minisika, me coins kaze, my ANT, Naminibi. And to what you have is the intellect that you have. You want to know. Mothers are running ball, yes, baby, and no be nice on the bomb board. And I won't club. Then you seek the permission of the Royal, His Royal Majesty, the great king. Then you go and share your opinion and you go and defend same. Sure. Chiremi yene chiremi. Na se to ohina ko maso no say asema mo ka de be. Mo nkora mo ko ya adwuma no mame. Ye be wie no. Na Asante Kotoko at less than 5,000 members. E raise close to 500 billion at the start of the season. Wow. Player ben akotoko ntimi ndo. Player ben akotoko ntimi maintain no. And now we are board of Kotoko na akotoko to ho say oba maintain samba. Now somebody about $5,000. You are supposed to be finding 500 million, 50,000 Ghana cedis every other month. Multiply by 10. That is huge money. Because I be a channel. No be at it. And because he can't just go free bottom. But say you sika and you're pulling together. See the Kwako Asante Kotoko Jumana. Abjapani. Abaya Juana Aya Juani.
Fantastic idea. Nice suggestion.